god. Yeah, so there's a couple things I've been wanting to get off my chest, like off my chest, but like talk to you guys about. I've been doing other videos, this, that, and the other, but there's questions you guys have asked me. I'm actually going to talk about this also. I told you guys I was raffling this off, and I do have a winner for this. I'll talk about this by the end of the video. So yeah, you'll see who won the nice little Pure Function hat. This was a one-off thing from my dealer, so you'll see who wins. Stay tuned. So I wanted to talk to you guys about why I didn't go to CD009 transmission. I get asked that a lot. Like if you see my past videos, I had like a series on it too, broke it down of like what the cost was going to be for the CD009, what all you needed to do to get it done. I ended up going with the R154, the tripod style R154, which resembles the V160. Obviously it's not a V160, as the R154 is a Toyota made transmission, where the V160 is made by Getrag, which is a German company. Unfortunately it's not made anymore. But before I did that, I was looking at the CD009. Now the reasoning for that is cost. The CD009 has been shown to hold over 1,000 wheel horsepower and a good bit of torque over and over and over again, and it just seemed like a good viable option for me. So I looked into it, I saw what I had to do to get it done, and then I'm just like, you know what? You have to beat in the driveline area of this car, which I didn't want to do on such a rare car. I know it's not a Ferrari or anything, but they're still rare cars. I don't want to be modifying it to fit a non-Toyota transmission in a car when there's better options out there, like the T56, the V160. Now the V160 cost too much, and the T56 at the time hadn't been as thoroughly developed as it is now. And for the power level I was going for, which was 600 wheel horsepower, the R154 was perfect. It's exactly what I needed. It does exactly what I would want it to do, and I couldn't ask for any more. So because of that, I made the decision that I would go with the R154. Local builder to me, Freed Engineering. One of the gentlemen that works there, Chris. I always screw up Chris's last name, Navadir. Chris, I'm sorry for butchering your name, buddy. I can never get it right. I'm not sure how you can spell it, to be honest. But he builds the transmissions down there along with the other guys there. He'd been selling one for a while, hooked me up, got it going. Fully billet trans, you know, everything's been done to the, you name it, it's been done. Billet shift forks the whole way throughout. REM polishing or REM polishing done by G-Force. I believe they're out of Georgia or somewhere. You name it, the transmission has it done to it, and it's been great to me. But it does have its limits. The countershaft likes to bend, and then that's where you tend to shear off third gear after a certain foot-pounds. And some people say they've made 800 foot-pounds. Some people say they made 400 foot-pounds. They've had failures. So, I mean, there's no consistency there. It's not like the T56 Magnum, and it's not like the V160, which has been proven over and over and over again to hold well over 1,000 wheel horsepower and 1,000 foot-pounds of torque. Now, again, that's pushing it to its limits still. I'm not sure how even a V160, I know I've seen guys do it, drag race it, but even still, they tend to get gear wind pretty quick, sinkers go out, etc. You don't want to be missing any shifts. So the CD009 was what I planned on going, but when it came down to cost, getting it all done, I just didn't see the viableness in it where I can readily get R154s. They're still very cheap. Hell, you can still buy, just so anyone out there, you can buy a tripod R154 straight from Toyota still, brand new. Right to your house, sent to you, done, which is pretty awesome. I believe Drift Motion here in the US actually stocks them too, which is pretty nice. I'm not sure how much they are. I want to say, don't quote me on this, they're $2,700 new. And I think he charges like $3,200 or $3,300 to do like some upgrades to it right off the bat, which is pretty awesome. They also offer like a short shifter, kind of like my Cube short shifter that I was running in it. I recently just sold it, and I'm going back to a stock shifter for now, just to get a little bit smoother shifts. But there's so many options with the R154. If you're sub 600 wheel horsepower, I highly recommend it. It has been great to me. Parts are cheap for it. It's easy to find stuff for it. You can stock up on them, because not only did it come in, say, the Chaser like mine did, but it also came in trucks. It came in the MK3 Supra here in the US. It came with just about everything for quite some time. So there's tens of thousands of these things everywhere, and you can buy them for next to nothing. Keep extra parts if needed. So, I mean, if you're staying sub 600, I highly recommend that transmission all day long to anyone that wants to go that route. Also, guys, before I get any further here today, just a reminder, I will be at the YouTube call-out at Cecil County Dragway on October 28th. I won't be drag racing, unfortunately. I'm not allowed to. I really wanted to, but the way their invite's doing it this time, I won't be able to race. Hopefully, next time I'll be able to race. That was the original goal. Kind of bummed out about it, but whatever. So I will be driving the Supra down. I will be showing at the event. So if you see me, I'll have shirts and hats with me and stuff, or just come see me. Say hi. Talk to me. I want to meet as many of y'all as I possibly can, so come by the booth. stop in and say, hey, I'll have all my friends with me too, and we'll all be hanging out. So yeah, just hit me up, guys. I love meeting new people. So back on track here, the whole point of this is to go over, you know, what's a new transmission I'm gonna go with. I keep teeter-tottering between the V160 and the T56 Magnum. And the reason for this is, the purist in me says go V160. Find a used V160, throw it in the car, find a 220 millimeter diff again, and go that route. You know, remove everything I have now, put a 220 diff in it, put a one-piece drive shaft in it, and put a V160. Now the problem with that is, there's things you can't really buy new parts from, especially a 220 diff. You know, you can't buy a ring gear or anything for that. So if that you destroy it, that thing's a paperweight. Unless someone creates a new ring gear, you're pretty much SOL. When it comes to transmission now a lot of people are creating new parts for that, but still you're buying a transmission up front for $5,000, then replacing everything inside of it for the cost here lately around $5,000. So there's a $10,000 transmission plus a rear end with a new LSD and all that stuff. You're looking at good $4,500. God, you're just thinking about there. So you're looking at like 15 grand when you're talking about little parts left over here and there. If you want to try and keep it cheap, because you're talking drive shaft and other stuff too, clutch. Actually, maybe you're talking like $17,000, $18,000 for drivetrain. That's not a motor, nothing. That's not a car. $18,000 for a transmission rear end setup. Where you could go T56 Magnum. I can use the same TT diff out of a Auto TT that's in it right now. Don't have to change any of that. Get a new drive shaft, but you can buy it from Grandis Racing, the entire kit with a clutch for, I think it's like $3,600. It's like a no-brainer, but there's some issues with that too. You won't bolt right up in the fact that, I shouldn't say it will bolt right up, but the wiring and stuff is off. You have to figure out the speed sensor and stuff. Lucky for me, my car has everything wired into the speed sensors already via the ABS since I have mine removed. I had my AM Infinity set up so it reads everything through that. So I should be able to fix everything. I think the only thing that's going to be off would be the mile per hour in the car. The tach should be able to easily get to work still just because I can base that off the ECU, but the mile per hour won't work. So I'd have to figure that out. But I think there's only 3 or 4 wires that go to the trans anyway. So I would like to think it's not that hard to try and figure out where to put them and how to get it to work. I'd like to think that. But what do I know? So if any of you guys that are running a V160, running a T56, or running any type of manual transmission in a Mark IV or Mark III Supra, give me some opinions here. Give me some ideas of what you guys are going through. Maybe you guys going CD009. What's your thoughts on those transmissions? What issues have you maybe possibly had? I'm trying to get as much perspective here as possible, and anyone else that reads the comments, they'll get a better understanding. So far, I'm pretty well educated now with the R154. I'm well educated with the W58. I'm ready to move on to something else that can hold more power and learn more about it so I can give a good opinion on it. I like the fact when someone asks me, like when they're starting out and they have a W58 or if they have an R154, I can give you a true opinion. I've gone through it. I've put it in myself with friends and help with them. But I can give you a real life opinion. I drove them for a long time. I can tell you how much power they're going to hold, what I did to it, how hard I was on it, and you know how it's going to hold up. I can give that real opinion, unlike other people that say like, oh, the internet said blah blah blah. Well, the internet's not the truth. I mean, I can read a bunch of stuff on the internet. The internet told me Kim Kardashian's gonna be my next wife, but that's probably not gonna fucking happen. So guys, that's pretty much it. Just wanted to go over with you a little bit in detail of like where should I go down next. I need your help on this. I've been talking to Joel Grandis. He's willing to offer me for the car everything it costs to get everything set up and go over it. He's been kind enough to do that, but I still haven't made a final decision. I really like dealing with Joel, and I'll actually be in Altoona next week, right up in his neck of the woods. So I might actually swing up there and maybe grab some video with him and do a couple other things, go over some of the cars he has. I know he's prepping for World Cup finals, so he's probably super busy right now, but if I could grab just a little bit of video with him, that would be fantastic. Try to get an opinion too, talking about the T56, the new shifter he's got. That would be cool to go over with him and try to get a little bit of an update. All right, guys, thank you very much as usual. I know this is mostly me talking in here at the garage today, but I just want to give you guys a rundown of like what I want to do next and where I'm coming from. Let me know your opinions on the transmissions you run. Maybe you're not even running manual anymore. Maybe you've gone to an automatic. Why did you go to an automatic? What was the purpose behind it? Do you no longer be a street car, or are you a street car with an auto? Or if you're a drag racing person and you're drag racing a manual car, do you enjoy drag racing a manual? Do you see the issues with drag racing a manual, road racing, etc.? Let me know in the comments, guys. I want to hear back from you. I like getting as many opinions as possible. So thank you guys very much. I appreciate everything y'all do for me. Go down below, check out the website, go pick up some merch, guys. I appreciate everything you do. Thank you very much, and I'll talk to you later. Peace! If you stayed to the end, I appreciate it, guys. I know there's a few people that do actually watch to the end to get to talk about who won the hat. So who won the hat was with the most likes and comments. The most comments was to SH Walker 07. see if I can get that up there. Can you guys see any of that? Hold on, let's zoom in here. We'll zoom in on that. Come on, come on. Oh, it won't zoom in, guys. Get the fuck out of here. So yeah, SH Walker 07. If you're out there, buddy, hit me up. Let me know. Let me zoom this back in. But yeah, SH Walker 07. So that's SHWA. LKER07. You had 78 likes and you had 1 reply with a like. So you're the winner of the hat, buddy. Hit me up. If he does not get back to me within a week or so, I'll move on to the next person. But right now, SH Walker, thank you very much, buddy. I hope you enjoy your new hat.